Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to see communication in FTP. So let's start. So suppose this is a client and this is server, and if we want to send the data from one system to another system, so there is something called as heterogeneity compatibility which we need from like in between both the system. Means if suppose that client is having some other operating system and server is having some another operating system, then in that case how they will communicate with each other. And if they are using different kind of file structure or different directory structure, so then in that case how they will communicate. So we already are familiar with this thing. So let's see, let me zoom it. Okay, so in case of control communication, so we need something called as NVT ASCII in case of control connection. As you can see, this is client and this is server. So in order to communicate in case of control connection, so using NVT ASCII we are going to communicate. In case of data connection, we need something called as file type, data structure, and transmission mode. So these three things needs to be defined from the client side. How we are going to define it? So let's see. Yeah, so in order to define the file type, we can use only three kinds of file types. The first one is ASCII, either ASCII, or we can use EBCDIC, or we can use image. Okay, so if we are sending a file from one system to another system, so either we can send ASCII file to it, or this file to it, or image file to it. Okay, then how we need to define the data structure? This is data structure. So data structure can be also of three types. Firstly, the file structure. File structure basically is string of bits. Okay, record structure, then record structure is basically file which is divided into records. And then the third is page structure. So page structure, a page is basically the file only, but it is being divided into pages. So data structure can be of any of these this type. So we need to specifically mention in the very first what will be the file, then what will be the data structure, and then what will be the mode of it. Like when we are going to communicate, then what file structure we are going to follow. So they both need to agree on one thing. So they both need to agree that okay, we'll use ASCII file, and then we'll be using the file structure as our data structure, and then a mode. Okay, mode. So mode we did discuss, right? So mode can be either stream, logged, or compressed. So all these things, any one of it needs to be mentioned in the very beginning when we start the communication. So this is all about communication. See you in the next lecture where we'll discuss command processing.